What's up, guys? Welcome back to another VMAX video. As you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, we are finally headed down to the exhaust shop to get our equal length Corvette style exhaust installed. Now, I've always wanted to do this. I just never really felt like we had the right truck, but I definitely think we do now. And let's be honest, we all know that 6-liter up front is about to sound absolutely glorious. So let's go ahead and quickly go over everything that we're going to be installing today, working our way from the front to the back. So if you want your truck to sound like a Corvette, you got to equalize the exhaust before the crossover pipe. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, the driver's side exhaust comes down and then it goes across underneath the transmission, connecting to the passenger side exhaust. So it's like a foot or two longer, and that's what gives the trucks their unique sound. Versus a Corvette, the manifolds come down and it runs the full length of the center of the car. It's a equal length exhaust, and that's what gives them their unique sound. So in order to replicate that, you need to extend the passenger side exhaust to the same length as the driver's side before the X pipe. So that's where this guy right here comes into play. This is a Carnage 3-inch exhaust loop. They are always sold out, but thankfully I was able to find one on Marketplace and I went and scooped it up. So this right here is the difference in length between the driver and passenger side exhaust. So once we install this on the passenger side, then we're gonna go to the 3-inch X pipe. From there, we're going to go to the Spintech 6000 mufflers, duals, and then we're going to start working our way to the center of the truck. I think these were 3.5-inch quad tips, Corvette style, right here on our newly installed 2014 Silverado bumper. It should look absolutely glorious, and if we come out that exhaust shop sounding like a C6 vet, whew, I ain't going to be able to keep my foot out of it. That is for sure. But that is, of course, the goal for this thing to sound like literally an LS2 Corvette. C6, ugh. Gosh, it's gonna be amazing. I'm stoked for it. So anyways, first thing in the morning, we're headed to the exhaust shop. Stopped in to grab me a Monster this morning. It's 22 degrees, but we're headed to the exhaust shop, hoping for the best. I talked to them yesterday. They were a little bit concerned. Let me show y'all. They were a little bit concerned about not being able to make the corner or the turn up there where the Y pipe was without mandrel bent pipe. So I brought all my spare stuff, and this is like a 90. That should get us around. That's what I'm hoping for. So anyways, we're running early because we want to be first in line. First takeoff. Ooh. All right, guys, just got done eating the Lord's chicken, and now it is time to see how glorious this thing sounds. I have some pretty high expectations that I hope I don't get let down on. So, start up. Pretty good start. Anybody around? There is people around. I was gonna give it some revs. I'm still gonna give it some revs, but I'm gonna move first. Okay. Let's go. Here we go. Okay, now it's going to be hard to judge inside from outside because it is in the center of the truck pointed straight back. So it's probably considerably louder outside than it is inside. At least that's how my old Vette was. It was stupid loud outside, but pretty chill on the inside. So we'll, of course, get some exterior clips here in a minute. But I'm ready to get off in that throttle a little bit and see what she does. Raspy. It's got that Spintech sound, of course, but that was so, how do you describe that? Like a singular sound. There was no more chop. The truck chop is gone. Doing the exhaust loop, which I got to show y'all, it was a disaster, honestly, trying to get that to work. shift. 3,000. That sounds freaking good. Wow. It's honestly really chill with all the windows up at that 2,500. That's pretty chill. Oof. Oof. right, guys, well, there is the new exhaust. We'll do a little walk around, check out how the tips look, and then I'll show y'all underneath the truck on how we ended up routing everything. But I think the look is really freaking cool. Got them stuck out just a smidge and enough gap between them and the bumper to clean them. So it's pretty freaking sweet. I know it's not going to be for everyone, and it might not be the final exhaust that we put on this truck, but I've never tried this, and I think it turned out pretty freaking good. It doesn't sound just like a Vette, but it also doesn't sound anything remotely close to what the trucks normally sound like with this same setup on there. So pretty happy with it. So let's go ahead, check her out. So from the quads, you got your 2 pipes, which no, they're not side by side. They're not going to be the exact length. This guy over here is going to be a little bit longer, of course, but I mean, dealing with 3-inch and, you know, just a normal exhaust shop that doesn't like do specialized craziness. They're not fabricators, okay? It's an exhaust shop. Wish there was a fabricator around here. If there magically is, please let me know. I would love to experience one. But working our way forward, we've got our Spintech 6000s, 2 of them right there. Got a little bit of pipe. Got our X pipe, and then there you can see the loop, which we got it tucked as high as we possibly could. So as you can see, you cannot see it unless you get really low where you can see that skid plate, and then you can see it just barely poking down. So unless you're very far off from the truck, you're never going to see that. But we utilized the the Y pipe, and cut the joint off, and then used that pipe that was curled up nicely, and went from there. So 2 pipes, the passenger right here closest to me with the exhaust loop, and then the driver is going over the top, and we were able to get everything to clear and be as happy as we possibly could get it. So yeah, there she is. I'm pretty happy with it. Don't know, like I said, if I'll keep this forever, just because the drone, we might end up swapping the mufflers out, see if that changes it some, or who knows, we might do something completely different. You never know. But anyways, definitely happy with it for the time being, for sure. Very cool look. Everybody at the exhaust shop really enjoyed it. Like other customers and stuff were talking to me while we were waiting, and they thought it was pretty freaking sick. Anyways, I'll catch up with y'all in the morning for our last exhaust clip, which is going to be a glorious, like, 20-degree cold start.